Welcome to our detailed technical analysis of BigBear.ai, ticker BBAI, on the NYSE, covering the period from March 26 to June 24, 2025. This analysis is based solely on the provided dataset and focuses on key aspects of the stock's performance to give you a clear picture of its behavior and potential future movements. Let's dive into the analysis, general overview and trend. Over the past 3 months, BBAI has shown a dynamic price trajectory, starting at $3.19 on March 26 and climbing to $5,125 by June 24, reflecting a significant 82% increase. The stock experienced periods of consolidation followed by sharp upward movements, particularly in late May and June. The overall trend is bullish, with notable volatility, as evidenced by multiple price spikes and pullbacks. The stock's upward momentum accelerated in the final weeks, suggesting strong buying interest, though occasional sharp corrections indicate profit-taking or market uncertainty. Price and volume analysis. BBAI's price action has been closely tied to its trading volume. The average daily volume over this period was approximately 79.5 million shares, with a peak of 276.5 million shares on June 24, coinciding with the stock's highest closing price of $5,125. High volume days, such as May 14 with 127 million shares and June 17 with 183.7 million shares, often accompanied significant price increases, indicating strong market participation. Conversely, lower volume days, like April 22 with 42.9 million shares, saw more modest price changes, suggesting reduced conviction. The volume surge on June 24 underscores the stock's recent strength, likely driven by renewed investor interest. Moving averages, EMA and SMA. The moving averages provide insight into BBAI's trend direction and strength. The 5-day simple moving average, or SMA, rose from $3.02 in early April to $4,263 by June 24, closely tracking the stock's price and confirming the bullish trend. The 5-day exponential moving average, or EMA, which reacts faster to recent price changes, increased from $3.02 to $4,402 over the same period, often acting as short-term support during pullbacks. Longer-term moving averages, such as the 20-day SMA at $4,034 and the 20-day EMA at $4,012 on June 24, also reflect sustained upward momentum. The stock's price consistently trading above these moving averages since mid-May signals strong bullish sentiment, though occasional dips below the 5-day EMA, like on June 10, suggest short-term profit-taking. Technical indicators. Let's break down the key technical indicators. The 14-day Relative Strength Index, or RSI, ended at 69.64 on June 24, approaching the overbought threshold of 70. This indicates strong momentum, but also a potential for a near-term pullback if buying pressure eases. The MACD, or Moving Average Convergence Divergence, closed at 0.217, above its signal line of 0.155, with a histogram of 0.061, confirming bullish momentum. However, the narrowing gap between the MACD and signal line suggests momentum may slow. The 14-day average true range, or ATR, was 0.420, reflecting increased volatility, particularly in June. The Bollinger Bands show the stock trading near the upper band at $4,672, with the middle band at $4,034 and the lower band at $3,396, indicating an overextended price that may face resistance. The stochastic oscillator, with a 5-day K value of 68.99 and D value of 55.92, suggests the stock is neither overbought nor oversold, allowing room for further upside or consolidation. The Williams percent are at -6.05% also supports the view of strong, but not extreme buying pressure. Linear regression, using the closing prices from the dataset, a linear regression analysis over the 63 trading days yields a positive slope, indicating an upward trend. The regression line, calculated using the least squares method, suggests a steady price increase of approximately $0.31 per day. Projecting this trend forward, the stock's price aligns closely with its recent close of $5,125, validating the bullish trajectory. However, the R-squared value, which measures how closely the data fits the regression line, is moderate due to the stock's volatility, indicating that while the trend is upward, short-term fluctuations are significant. Opening price prediction for the next trading day, based on the trend-following strategy, or TSF, which closed at $4,351 on June 24, and considering the stock's recent momentum and the 5-day EMA at $4,402, the opening price for the next trading day, June 25, is likely to be in the range of $4.80 to $5.20. This estimate accounts for the stock's recent high volatility and the strong close on June 24, though an early pullback is possible if profit-taking occurs. Support and resistance analysis. The dataset indicates key support and resistance levels based on recent price action. The primary support level is around $4,034, aligning with the 20-day SMA, which has acted as a floor during recent pullbacks. A secondary support level exists at $3,872, near the 50-day SMA. Resistance is observed at $5.22, the intraday high on June 24, with a potential secondary resistance at $5.50 if the bullish momentum continues. The current price of $5,125 is just below the primary resistance, suggesting potential for a breakout if volume remains high. However, the proximity to the upper Bollinger Band indicates caution, as the stock may struggle to sustain gains above $5.22 without consolidation. Intraday movements are likely to test the $5.00 to $5.22 range, with a drop below $4.80 signaling a potential retreat to the $4,034 support. ATR-based high and low estimates. Using the 14-day ATR of $0.20, we can estimate the potential intraday high and low for June 25. Starting from the predicted opening range of $4.80 to $5.20, the stock could reach a high of approximately $5.22 to $5.62 and a low of $4.38 to $4.78. These ranges account for the stock's recent volatility and assume no major external catalysts. Traders should watch for volume spikes to confirm whether the stock tests the upper or lower end of this range. Possible scenarios. Several scenarios could unfold based on the current technical setup. In a bullish scenario, sustained volume above 100 million shares and a breakout above $5.22 could push BBAI toward $5.50 or higher, especially if the RSI remains below 70 and the MACD stays above the signal line. In a bearish scenario, a failure to hold above $4.80, coupled with a volume drop below 50 million shares, could see the stock retreat to the $4,034 support or lower, particularly if the RSI signals overbought conditions. A neutral scenario involves consolidation between $4.80 and $5.20, with the stock oscillating around the 5-day EMA as traders await a catalyst. The high ATR and recent volume surges favor the bullish scenario in the near term, but overbought signals warrant caution, additional consideration, volatility and risk. The dataset highlights BBAI's high volatility, with a 14-day beta of 1.0, indicating it moves in line with the broader market. The on-balance volume, or OBV, at 758.95 million on June 24, supports the bullish trend, as buying pressure has consistently outweighed selling. However, the Chaikin oscillator at 72.15 million suggests potential distribution, as large volume spikes may indicate profit-taking by institutional investors. Traders should monitor volume trends closely, as a sharp drop could signal a reversal. Conclusion: BBAI has demonstrated a strong bullish trend from March 26 to June 24, 2025, with a 82% price increase driven by high trading volume and supported by technical indicators like the MACD and moving averages. The stock is currently testing resistance near $5.22, with support at $4,034. The RSI and Bollinger Bands suggest caution due to potential overbought conditions, but the overall momentum remains positive. For the next trading day, expect an opening between $4.80 and $5.20, with a potential intraday range of $4.38 to $5.62 based on the ATR. Traders should watch for volume confirmation and be prepared for volatility, as the stock's recent surge could lead to either breakout or a pullback. Stay tuned for more updates, and always conduct your own research before making trading decisions.